This video is about organizing shared objects and a technique that I call rescue power. Overall, I strongly recommend only organizing your own possessions, your own objects. But sometimes it's not all the way clear who owns an item. For example, drinking glasses in a kitchen, a stapler in a shared office, the trash bags under the sink. Whose are they really? And in these situations, I tend to think of these communal items as having a sort of shared ownership. In most shared environments, there's a mismatch between people on how excited they are about organizing. Odds are, if you're watching this video, you are the person who is more excited about organizing your space, whether it's your office, your shop, your home, whatever it is. When it comes to shared items, I recommend that you take the lead on sorting, and here's how it works. First, talk to the person with whom you share the item. Make sure they know what's going on and they're comfortable with it. Then, choose the category of items you're going to sort. Let's say drinking glasses, for example. Group the items all together, all the drinking glasses in one place, and choose the ones that you want to keep. Once you've chosen the ones that you want to keep, you can do a preliminary storing, like put them back in the cabinet. And then you can bring in the other person who has some shared ownership of these items. And they get what I call rescue power. I recommend starting by showing them the glasses that you chose to keep so that they see how many there are and whether it feels like enough for them already. And then take them to the glasses that you don't want to keep, that you would donate or otherwise discard. And they can go through and rescue any glasses that you were ready to let go of, but they love. This can speed up the process so much than if you sat down together and tried to reach a group decision on every individual item. In my experience, that process takes forever and results in a lot of not happiness between the people participating. So again, that would be the person who's very excited about organizing does the first pass, and then the person who's not interested in organizing has far fewer items to go through. They just check the stuff that was going to be discarded to rescue anything that is actually precious to them. A note on rescue power is that it's really only relevant for shared items most of the time. That being said, it's pretty common for people to try to rescue your items that you're discarding. And how you handle that is, of course, up to you. But let's say, for example, you just did an amazing amount of work decluttering your clothing, and then a family member stops by and sees that you have 8 bags of clothing ready to go out for donation, and one of them's open, and on the top is a red shirt. And they say, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe you're getting rid of that. You should keep it." And you already went through the agonizing decision and decided you don't want to keep it. They can rescue the shirt for themselves. They can't rescue the shirt for you. And this is a matter of clarity of communication and standing up for yourself. But you can certainly say to them that if they want the red blouse, they are welcome to have it. But you're already comfortable with your decision. Rescue power is for shared items. Let's say, for example, that you have sorted through blankets, throw blankets in your home, and you've brought all the blankets together, you've sorted through, chosen the ones that you personally want to keep, and you have the pile of blankets that you no longer want to keep, and you call in your family to exercise their rescue power on those blankets. In general, I support keeping the things that spark joy. And so let's say your family members come in and they're like, actually, we wanted to keep all 26 of these blankets that you were going to discard. They spark so much joy. I love them all. This, in my opinion, means that those blankets become theirs. We already know they don't spark joy for you and you didn't want to keep them. So you can, amongst the people involved, find a storage solution that feels fair to everyone. So people get to keep what's precious to them, and you get to keep the space and the level of order that's precious to you. As another example, if you've just done the work to discard your clothing, or downsize your clothing, and before you did the blankets, your family might be like, look, these 26 blankets will fit beautifully in all this space you just made in your closet. No. You earn your own free space. So if your family wants to keep the extra 26 blankets, it can go in their closet, in their bedroom, in a shared space that everyone is comfortable with. Maybe a lovely basket in the living room for 3 of them. But something that everyone can agree on. It's not that people can rescue things and say, now you take care of these 26 blankets for me. I'm sure I'll use them someday. Rescue power can also be helpful for the caregivers of young children. When I'm working with clients who are kids, I encourage parents to let the kids make their own decisions about what to keep and what to discard from age 3 and up. And in my experience, it's been great. It's an amazing experience to watch children choose which clothing and toys they want to keep. Every once in a while, especially with very young children, the parents get not just a little surprised, but a lot surprised. So if you are with a child in your care as they're doing this, and you notice that they are sorting through their clothes and they've said that they hate all the clothes that last week were their favorite things, and you're thinking, oh, I am a little concerned that a week from now we are going to have a lot of tears when they remember that this is actually their favorite shirt and it's gone. You can exercise some rescue power here. There's a very specific way I recommend doing it. In order to respect your child's experience of making their own decisions and exercising their independence, if you rescue something, I recommend that you take it to your space. Instead of saying like, no, you're wrong, this does spark joy for you, I'm gonna put this in your drawer even though you just told me you don't like it. Say, okay, you don't like this, you don't want it anymore, great. You can take the things that you're pretty sure that they're actually gonna love tomorrow and fold them up and store them in your room. That way, if the thing happens that the child remembers that actually it is their favorite shirt, they just got caught up in the moment and they're hysterical, you can choose how you want to handle the situation. Do you want to use this as the time that you teach them that yes, it is a risk to let things go, but maybe we can have that sadness and then move on and it'll be okay. Even though you feel sad, you might not feel sad forever. Or is it full meltdown mode? We are overwhelmed. We are completely prostrate with grief about this hoodie that's gone. And you're so glad you can step in and say, I have your unicorn hoodie. I just had a feeling. There's one other special situation in which shared ownership tends to come up, and it's sentimental items and the person with whom you shared the sentimental experience. Some examples of this include your baby photos, which are likely to be precious to you and your parents and perhaps your siblings. Your wedding favors, which are likely to be precious to both you and your spouse. Other things like this. And particularly with sentimental items, I recommend having a conversation with the person involved. And if you are ready to let something go, please be sensitive and share that it's not that you don't treasure the memories, it's that you no longer need the object. But if they wish to keep the object, it can become purely theirs. If you understand all of this and you feel ready to go with tidying, great. I hope it's a wonderful experience for you. If this feels like a lot to take in and you would like more support, this is what I do. You can contact me via the link included in the comments for my website.